Hello Mustangs, welcome back to the second part of reintegration for our families. In this video, we are going to talk about expectations. And why is it important to talk about expectations? And as we redeploy, what are we expecting out of our family members? What are we expecting out of our troopers and soldiers? Are we expecting that same husband, same soldier prior to deployment? Are we expecting them to come to the family and fit in right away? For some, that might be the case. But going back to our first video, it takes time, it takes understanding, it takes a lot of communication. But in this video, I just want to highlight some of the expectations. Troopers, what is your expectation for your families? Are you even aware of what your expectations are for yourself and for your families? When you go back, are you going to spend the best time, the first fruits of your time with your family or with your buddies that you hung out with at Fostrzeżnie in Poland? These are some of the things that we ought to understand. We ought to set before leaving the theater. Without having these conditions checked, it will be too late once we get there. Families, what's your expectation for your soldiers? That's where the communication has to happen. That's where the open and clear intention and the communication will be a key. And trying to understand that both of us have lived afar for 9 months. We have had different schedules. We have been on different understanding. For families, you guys been operating without the troopers for 9 months. You guys been cleaning the house without the dad and mom or mom. You guys been cooking, cleaning, day-to-day basis. You guys been going on trips without the trooper. And troopers, we have been living without our families for the past 9 months. Therefore, we have to be intentional and setting a right expectations. We also have to guard against, oh yeah, we are going back to the normal. We are going back to how it was. Would that be a possibility? A lot of us changed. A lot of things have changed past 9 months. And there will be a lot of new normals. And are you ready to accept them? Families, are you ready to accept a new husband, a new father? Whether you like it or not, even I have changed. Therefore, the readiness is that are you ready to change and realign your behaviors and your actions and habits back to the family? If we're not willing to change, if soldiers and families are not willing to change to accommodate, what's the consequences of that? There'll be a lot of friction. But I believe with the clear communication, open and vulnerable communication, and trying to understand each other, and taking and pacing yourself, I believe that we can overcome. Another thing is, friends, this deployment has changed us. For better or worse, we are who we are as of now. And these past 9 months have affected the way we think, the way we see the world, for good and bad. For me, I really got to appreciate a lot of things. And I'm sure for a lot of troopers, we have been missing our families. We have missed out a lot of birthdays, anniversaries, and such. And same for families. You have been living without your significant other. Your loved ones, your fathers, your mothers, your sons and daughters. But now they're coming home. And will everything be kumbaya? party all day long? Might be for the first couple months. That's what the honeymoon phase is all about. But after honeymoon phase, a lot of things will come up to the surface. I'm here to tell you again, it's okay. It's okay. There will be a lot of different emotions. There will be a lot of ups and downs. But when we expect what's going to happen, and when we try to understand and take this time and keep talking and believing in one another and trusting in one another, we can overcome these differences. Another warning that I want to have for troopers and families are, you have been living with your friends. You have made your best friends. Or maybe you have prioritized your other relationships because you've been away from your family. But once you get back, you cannot do that any longer. You must put your family as your priority. You must give your family the best time. In my profession, you must give your first fruits, the best fruits, to your family, to your kids, to your wife, and for yourself. The more you're filled with love and peace, the more you'll be able to give back to your units and the profession that we're in. I want to also talk about a safety warning. You may feel isolated or even depressed due to whatever the circumstances that are going on back home. And I want you to know what you're feeling, what you're going through. I am here to walk with you. Do not walk that by yourself. You may not even know why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Depression, isolation. But do not do that. Fight against your feelings. Come to the light and come and talk to me. Another thing that I want to warn our troopers are, home is not a military operation. Do not operate your home as if it is the military. It does not work that way. Since we've been so used to living with soldiers and other or military family, we may have turned off this brain called family. But friends, these are some of the things I just want to highlight in this video. If you have any questions, any concerns, or just want to chat, please feel free to reach out. If some of your section or platoon wants to invite me into your training, I'm welcome. I'm more available for your assistance. May the Lord bless you, and I'll see you next time.